What is going on? I got a special visitor today.
Hey,
Check that out.
What's up, guys?
He brought me a little toy. And
found something in my shop. It's been sitting there for a while.
Some of you guys may have seen it already. Most of you guys that already watch his channel, you already know. And if you don't watch his channel, that's RJ Tickler. If you didn't already know, go check out his channel. He's got a video of my car. We're gonna do a little bit of one, walk around on it, but go check his video out because his is gonna be up before mine more than likely, and that wouldn't make any sense right here. But go check out his video. He's got a little bit of the walk around of it, but we're gonna do a walk around and show you all the work he done. Did an awesome job on it. We just unloaded off the trailer. Really phenomenal job. I completely appreciate all the time, the labor, sweat, beers, tears that went into it.
Kept me busy. Kept my hands doing something.
Right. And he brought it down to Alabama for me, so I can't beat that. You know, we went and seen him in Iowa. He come down to Alabama.
Worked out.
Kind of trading off there.
Yep, it worked out.
We're gonna show you guys the car. Before we do that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Now let's get to it. The three amigos are united again. So we're on the next day. I had to let Joe go home. We kind of hung out, talked a little bit. Would have liked to hung out more, but he had a 14.5-hour drive with a trailer to do, so he needed to get back home. But I appreciate him doing all the work, bringing the car down. I figured I'd show you guys in the sunlight, because that's when it really does its thing. Man, he went into some detail on this. It is insane. Yeah, the more you look at it, the more detail it is. I love stuff like that. Just like tattoos, you know, you got like a whole sleeve or something, and there's more and more depth and detail the longer you look at it. It's pretty sweet. It is some like basket weaving in there. That's pretty cool. It goes into the dash too. I didn't even know that. We got some spider webs in there. The spider webs follow up into the roof. Got all kinds of stuff going on the roof there. Did some fingerprinting on the sail panel. I don't know if I'll be able to catch that or not. But all through here, got spider webs. Got a little devil tail, tie everything all together. It's already getting dusty, as it sucks. It's only been a day since it's been back. We drove it. Took it go get some groceries, you know, the old grocery getter. Yeah, I even painted in between the doors. I love how it fades. Got the flake in it. Fiberglass dash, which I thought was gonna be, you know, you can maybe see the glare. Thought it was gonna be kind of a obstruction, but I actually really like it because it just, you know, reflects the paint up on the windshield, which looks really cool when you're driving. Get to see all the flake dancing. Yeah, on there. I don't know if it'll pick it up or not. Got like a lace, kind of almost looks like a snake skin with spider webs. It's pretty sweet. I was really worried at first when he sent me some pictures. That red looked like a root beer, and I was like, oh man, that doesn't match at all. But it's crazy the difference that, you know, a camera portrays versus the eye. There's a shot of the dash. I don't know how much glare the sun will give off, but it's shining, that's for sure. There's hopefully a better shot of the roof. It's pretty cool colors. Got the red, got all the skulls, the flowers in there. It's pretty sweet. The purplish, I guess it's purple, I don't know what you call it. Got little pitchforks in it. Pretty cool. Got like a root beer looking color. That leads down into the fingerprinting. I like his term of speed lines. That's pretty cool because when I first built this car, it was kind of a hot rod theme for my buddy, which that kind of, you know, carries into it as I own it now. So that's pretty cool. So a little story about the name. A lot of people kind of see that and see the theme of the car. Think, oh, devil worshiper, Satanist. Not quite the story of it. Kind of a dual meaning story, I guess. There's really two different versions. The name, A Devil in God's Country. It's a song by a metal band. You guys probably figured out by now I like metal. It's by a band called Lamb of God. They are super heavy. If you've never heard of them, you probably don't want to look them up because they're heavy. But I like heavy metal. But yeah, the thing that made me attracted to this, a buddy of mine, he's the one that actually kind of turned me on to the band. He had told me a story when they were on tour. They basically like, went through the Bible Belt and, you know, were basically frowned upon, you know, and kind of because they stood out, you know, they weren't the same, they were different, you know, they did not fit in a crowd, you know, hence the term A Devil in God's Country. You know, you stand out, you don't blend in, you're basically a sore thumb in their eye, you know. And many years ago, this kind of ties back into my story. I was driving Tony's Lincoln, that silver Lincoln that I built, and I got out at Burger King. And he had tinted windows, so nobody could see when I drove up. And I drove up, parked the car, probably sat there for a few seconds, either listening to a song or texting somebody. And I got out of the car, and the people that are in the car next to me are like, wow, I did not expect that to get out of that car. I looked over him and said, you know, that's like straight up stereotyping, right? You know, what am I supposed to be Mexican? Supposed to be black? It's weird that I'm white and I drive a lowrider. You know, people have always had that, you know, aspect of things, and it's crazy because it's really the exact opposite. You know, I don't really know any specific race that is only in lowriding. You know, when I was in Florida, you know, everybody used to say either black people or Mexicans had lowriders. Everybody I knew was white. You know, I knew one black guy, Tony, that lowrided with me, and I knew one Mexican guy that lowrided with me, and it was just crazy, you know, the point of view that they had towards that. So that's kind of why I named the car that, and I'm just different one you would think of a lowrider. You know, I wear flip-flops, sandals, swimming shorts, you know, listen to heavy metal. Don't really listen to oldies that much. Not saying I don't listen to oldies, but when I'm cruising, I'm usually jamming metal, you know, got a booger. But yeah, I mean, I definitely prefer metal music over anything. You know, I'm not really the cookie cutter lowrider guy. So that's kind of the story of why I named the car, why I named it. Then it just starts controversy, which is always a good thing. It brings attention to the car, you know, gets the car out there. So far, it's had a lot of attention, you know, not even people seeing the trunk, just seeing the whole overall car, and that's always a good thing. So I've still got a ton of work to do with the car. It seems like every time you make something better, it makes something else look worse, you know. Got to tint the back window. It's been bad for a long time. Really need to tint the side windows again. I know most people are like, oh, the lowrider shouldn't have tint. Well, it's hot down here, so I enjoy my tint. It's very nice. Do have to get the AC fixed. It used to work, but it's got a leak now, so that's one of the things on the list. You know, all in all, it's in pretty good shape. You know, I mean, we do cruise it. We have fun with it, and definitely looking to do more of that. Hit up some car shows now. You know, now that it actually is a presentable car in my eyes. You know, it looked good before, but it looks even better now. You know, now it stands out. It doesn't look just like a stock car with hydraulics, you know, which is pretty crazy. And my car is in this stage. You know, like when I first started lowriding, I really wasn't into the patterns. You know, I don't know. I can't say I didn't like the flake. I've always liked flake. But yeah, like something this crazy, you know, 20 years ago, I'd be like, no, thank you. That's just too over the top for me. But I've really grown to like it. I think Candy and Chrome had a lot to do with that. He kind of, I would say, reinvented patterns. You know, he basically brought like more of the layers and stuff like that, more of the depth, the shading, and that's kind of really what attracted my mind to it. You know, and Joe, he thought the same thing of me on that. You know, you can see some of the shadows, the shading, so it looks more three-dimensional. You know, it looks like everything's literally layered on top of each other, rised above each other, and it looks awesome. So I think I'm gonna end the video here. I'm probably gonna sit out here and stare at this for a few more hours, but I'm gonna leave you guys here. I appreciate it again to Joe. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, Joe, RJ Tickler, he's got a YouTube channel. Go check it out, as I said before. Once again, really appreciate all the work, and time that went into this. I do understand the amount of time, I have done some paint work, and a lot of people really underappreciate that. It is a tremendous amount of work. Get you a scrap fender or something like that, play around with it. You'll see the amount of work that goes into it. You'll definitely see the amount of frustration that goes into it. As I said, I've dabbled in paint. I could never do nothing like that. I mean, maybe I could, but it would cost me a fortune, and I would waste so much time, so much materials. I'd end up getting aggravated with it and saying heck with it. But yeah, I mean, that turned out awesome. I kind of can't believe it's in my driveway. The night before when he was bringing it down, I could not sleep. I was like a kid on Christmas. Didn't really have 100% idea what time he was coming, so I was literally like looking from the back porch out the end of the road, waiting on his truck to pass by. And I could say I never knew there were so many white dualies around my area that day. I had to count at least 100 of them. Every time I see them, I'm like, oh God, there it is. No, somebody hauling us side by side. But it made for a fun day, I guess. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. Appreciate you watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. There'll definitely be more to come on this thing now it's back. But yeah, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'm gonna sit here and watch this thing some more.
What seems to be the problem?
Good shot. Got away free. It lives to die another day.